Hey everyone, this is a tour of my Zone 3 container garden. This is not intended as a how-to garden video. This is intended to be a how I did it in Zone 3 in containers, so that people can learn, see what I have done and learn from my mistakes or my successes and adapt accordingly. It was very hard for me to find information on gardening in Zone 3 on YouTube, so we'll see what I can do, and maybe you can learn from it. We're going to do a quick garden tour first, because I'm doing this on my phone. We're going to try to make this simple and sweet. This is garlic, and the back is hard neck, and the front is soft neck. These are zucchinis, 2 golden, 2 black. The golden you can see have germinated, while the black have not. Giant red mustard, Walla Walla onions in the front, kale in the back, spinach in the middle, 2 types of radishes in the front. I think when these radishes come out, I'll be putting my spare leeks in here. Salad bar, 3 types of lettuce, and you got peas in the front and the back. In the back of all these containers here, in the first little bit is sunflowers. More onions. You got white onions in the front, red onions in the back left, and yellow onions in the back right. There is a horseradish buried under the yellow onions, but I don't think it's alive, so. Dill, it's just germinating. 2 types of strawberries. We also got some tarragon and some sage and a random onion in there. And experiment with some leftover seed potatoes and straw. Seed potatoes in bags, I put 3 potatoes in each bag, some sage, purple basil, tarragon, purple basil, ground cherries, Aunt Molly's ground cherries, Chinese lanterns, whatever you want to call them, I don't know the scientific name. Another bag of leftover russets and straw, oregano, more potatoes, that's nothing, potatoes, tarragon, sage, more potatoes. This is winter savory, and I just planted some sweet marjoram seeds, so I don't know how to say that word. Basil, more potatoes. Now we get into the tomatoes. All along the back, there's probably 37 tomato plants here. We're not going to go through all of them, but there's different varieties. So I got a lavender plant there I picked up from a nursery. I started all the tomatoes from seed. Started most of this from seed. You got tomatillos or tomato verde here, 3 of those. Early Cal Wonder peppers. More tomatoes in the back. They go all the way down. More ground cherries, cayenne peppers, mild jalapenos, beets, purple kohlrabi, and celery with sunflowers in the back. Spare onions down there. More ground cherries, more onions, sugar pie pumpkins coming up, and that pot is rosemary. Boy, rosemary is hard to grow. I'm going to try trellising those pumpkins. They're tiny pumpkins, they're sugar pie pumpkins. Buttercup squash. I got 3 plants coming here. Some sage, nothing in the front. National pickling cucumbers in the back. Homemade bushing cucumbers in the front. I'm going to try to trellis the climbing cucumbers. Homemade bushing cucumbers in the front. Market Moors in the back. Going to try to trellis the Market Moors. Bloody Butcher dent corn. This is to grow to dry and then grind into cornmeal and corn flour, not to eat on the cob. Another bin of Bloody Butcher dent corn. Cabbages. I got this mesh cover at the dollar store. It's supposed to cover food, keeps cabbage moths off my cabbages. There's celery in there. There's calendula, more celery, more celery. Under that is a broccoli. Under that is a broccoli, celery, random tomato. That one's moneymaker. Get some more celery here, more strawberries, some oregano. Those are covering the rutabagas because the flea beetles love to decimate the rutabagas. It's supposed to be parsnips here. We'll see. Something's coming up. 2 types of carrots, leeks in the back. More tomatoes, 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 tomatoes. I bought these 3 peppers. Everything else is pretty much started from seed. They're chili peppers. And these are hot jalapenos. See the tomatoes behind. Hot jalapeno again. Tomato. This is eggplant. Eggplant have spikes, evidently. I didn't want to throw away the spare tomatoes I had, so I crammed 3 into this bag and I crammed 5 into that bag, so we'll see what happens there. You get some more eggplant. These are bushing subarctic patio variety. Another bushing tomato, another bushing tomato. More eggplant, eggplant, eggplant. All these tomatoes are indeterminate and have a string going up to the eaves trough so that I can attach them as they grow. That's the Zone 3 garden tour.